I was raised in a village of 900 people in the northwestern part of Denmark, just a couple of miles from the North Sea. In the center of the village was the co-op dairy, the co-op feed store, the community hall, and the baker, and my dad ran the dairy. The building was built around 1898, and all the milk processing took place on the ground floor, and then upstairs were the residential areas where we, the family, lived. Dad had a few apprentices that worked with him in the dairy, and they had room and board with us, so they were pretty much part of the family for the couple of years they stayed with us. When I look back now, sort of a 24/7 petri dish of leadership. And one of the things I learned is that leadership is personal. When these young men stayed with us for 2 years, we really got to know them and care about them. And Dad not only taught them the trade, but he also was there during very formative years to help them become young men. The other thing I learned was that there is this spirit of generosity to it, because in exchange for their labor and salary, what you owe them as a leader in that situation is you owe to teach them a livelihood, to teach them their craft. The third thing I learned, which really is important and which today I think is so critical, is that leadership does need a sense of urgency. Down in the dairy at that time, no one walked. You ran. People also knew that you didn't just have to run, you had to run fast, because if they didn't run fast enough, Dad would kind of come up behind them and step in the back of their clog. So when they could hear Dad coming, they would always speed up. So there was always this sense of tempo down there. And that in itself, I really enjoyed. Leadership is personal, it's generous, and there is this sense of urgency. What I do today is I really do the kind of thing Dad did, where I help leaders master the craft of leadership. And I will work with high potential leaders in an organization for a year or 2 years so that they can be on their way to bigger and better things.